All right, so this next video of us doesn't look great, doesn't sound amazing, but it is us getting to finally conversate about movies and TV shows and stuff. It was all recorded over Skype, and my microphone was working, but Tim's wasn't working, and so he just used his phone audio, and it doesn't look great, doesn't sound great, but please enjoy. All righty, welcome into the Real Underrated Podcast. I am your host, Joshua Holiday. That is Timothy Beckman. I don't know which way you're going to be on my left or right side.
Doesn't matter.
This is our first quarantine, I was going to say vlog, first quarantine podcast episode since all this crazy nonsense has been happening. How you doing, Tim?
I've been going a little crazy, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been dealing with it pretty well, I think, but being at home has been it's been awful. I have nothing to fucking do. I just, nothing's interesting me either. Like, all the shows on TV, just I feel like I'm watching them, I just don't care. Just nothing matters. I fucking bought a puzzle the other day.
You bought a what?
A puzzle.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah, me and Sarah are making you a puzzle right now. We're just really dumb and can't figure out the pieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But no, so you haven't been watching any movies or TV shows? Come on, man. This podcast is about movies and TV shows.
So I started rewatching a couple. Went back to my classic. I started rewatching Scrubs because, Scrubs is just one of my favorite shows.
And what's his name is dating a really hot younger chick or something? What's his name? Zach Braff?
Yeah.
I saw that in the news the other day because people were upset about that during this quarantine thing. They're like, oh, we need to find something to be upset about. Do you know Zach Braff's dating someone that's 20 years his minor? I'm like, boo-hoo. Good for him.
Scrubs has always been my favorite show. Probably, dude, I don't know. I just connect with that show. And it's just so good. If you just buy into it, it's so fucking good. Very similar to how you probably feel about The Office.
Oh, yeah. You got to buy into it, and it's so good. I had to look it up real quick. Florence Pugh. It says Florence Pugh defends age gap between her and Zach Braff and calls out horrid comments. But she is beautiful. I don't know her from anything. Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh. There she is, actress. So it looks like she's known for... Oh, she's in the upcoming Black Widow movie. She's Black Widow's sister, but she's known for Midsommar, Lady Macbeth, Fighting with My Family, and Black Widow.
Oh, she was in Fighting with My Family?
Yeah, she's apparently the main chick.
Oh, yeah. I actually like her.
Well, so does Zach Braff. And they have a considerable age difference, apparently. No, I was going to say, what was I watching? I was watching some stuff. Oh, so there is a crazy documentary right now that everyone's watching in quarantine. Tiger King. Not only did I not want to watch it because that's not up my alley, did you see that they were making a what happened after the show one-time episode for tomorrow, Easter?
Yeah, I saw that.
Why?
I don't know, man. I mean, everybody seems to like it. It's pretty crazy. It's out there. I haven't watched it. I don't really care to be real with you. It's just there, And a lot of people really enjoy it.
I think that's why people want to watch it because it's crazy. They're like, oh, we're living in crazy times. Look at this crazy dude. Because all I see now on my feed is don't trust the media. This is a media spread thing, or fuck Carol Baskins. Those are the two things that I see on my Facebook. I'm like, oh my God.
Dude, I can't believe you can get a tiger for only $2,000. You know what I mean?
That's what you take away from it. Well, I know Shaquille O'Neal was like, I don't know that guy. Because he was in one of the episodes apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were like, oh, Shaquille O'Neal's friends with Joe Exotic. And he's like, nope, just went there to visit. They had cameras, and I was there. I was like, all right, Shaq, definitely believe you, bud.
Hey, and now I also have an understanding that if you like meth, you are possibly gay. That's about all it takes nowadays.
Well, what's funny is because Sarah watched it, obvi, and I saw during one of the episodes it was like a younger guy, I guess his younger husband. Stop blowing smoke rings at me, man, or vape rings. Sorry, whatever. Um,
I can do what I want. Okay.
well, there was this younger guy, and I was like, "Who's that?" And she goes, "Oh, that's his husband." I was like, "I thought the toothless guy was his husband." He's like, "That's his other husband." I'm like, "What do you mean his other husband?" So the younger guy seemed like a normal dude. And I was like, "So they're married?" And she's like, "Yeah, he wanted multiple husbands." I'm like, "Okay, this show is ridiculous." Um, but there was one chick that got her arm bitten off by a tiger, and
Yeah.
like 5 days later, she was back at work, and I'm like, "Are you nuts? Like what?"
I saw that shit, or I heard about it. Ryan was trying to get me to watch that show for so long, and I'm now that I don't have to be around him, I can totally
Just ignore everything.
just ignore it.
Is he a fan of those type of things?
No, not really. I mean, he just gets into shows willy nilly, whichever way, doesn't matter.
Well, I know what's it called? If we were working at AMF still or Bolero, whatever, and we were mechanics, and one of us got our arms ripped off, I can promise you we would not be back at work in 5 days. Okay.
Right, but also if my boss was Joe Exotic, maybe I'd be back to work in 5 days. All right.
I mean, he paid those people like, I think it was like $150 or $200 a week to work there. Like he basically kept them in poverty so they couldn't leave. Like it was messed up, dude. I don't know. That wasn't something I wanted to watch, but luckily because of that, Sarah said it was recommended to her. Another show that came out in 2011 called The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia, which is in fact interesting and hilarious. For example, one part of the show shows this girl. She had gotten her baby taken away from by CPS because she was doing drugs, and I'm sure the baby tested positive for some kind of drug. And so naturally, instead of trying to fix herself, she does end up going to rehab. But naturally, instead of trying to fix herself, they go to party at like, I'm assuming a family bar. I'm not sure because like the walls were plywood.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts crushing up pills in the bathroom, like on top of the toilet, and is like about to snort stuff, and then like shows everybody partying outside, and it comes back and she goes, "My favorite Bible verse is Matthew 21:22," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, is that how?" And then I'm like, "Okay, yeah, this show is nuts." And I saw some nuts and some boobs. Like this one chick just goes boobs, 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 and like pulls out her tits, and I was like, well, this has been an interesting, weird thing with this whole quarantine thing. Because, like, I've got to catch up on some things I hadn't got to see in forever, like Boy Meets World.
I watched a shit ton of YouTube, man. So I just got premium back on YouTube, and so ad-free YouTube this whole time. I've been catching up on so much old YouTube.
What do you mean, old YouTube?
Old YouTube. Like, I watched Tobuscus Adventures the other day.
You watch that rapist?
He didn't rape anybody, okay?
No, I know. It's so hard to, like, watch him now, though, because I'm like, he might have done it. He might have did it. But no, yeah. I agree. Like, some of the old stuff was good. Like Nugget Biscuit.
Nugget Biscuit.
Nugget, no biscuit. What's it called? So you haven't watched any freaking movies, man? I told you to go watch that Marky Mark one. It wasn't half bad.
I didn't watch it. It seemed bad.
Again, it was an okay movie. It's
I watched the trailer that was before that movie, and I was like, ain't happening, bro. Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like it's not like an award-winning movie, but it's pretty, it's a fun little action movie. It's nothing special. It's nothing that I'm going to remember in 5 years, but it's worth a watch, I think. Like, just like a one-time, especially during quarantine. What else are you going to watch? Old YouTube?
Yeah, old YouTube. Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I mean, that's 11 and a half hours right there.
Ah, dude, it blew my mind. So the other day, everybody's been doing these, I guess, quarantine posts on Facebook where they're like, oh, like the one I did today with, it's like, oh, show all the pictures of the cars you've owned in your life, or How many number threes are in this picture? But this other one is
like the movie one I did.
Huh?
Like the movie one I did.
What movie one?
The one you commented on and said that you were better than me. You remember?
Oh yeah, I am better than you. No,
You're
to be fair, you gave up on series. You gave up on some series. That's why I saw more than you, because like it was like I don't know. I can't think of anything right now, but let's just say Crank. Like you watched Crank, but then you didn't watch Crank High Voltage. Like that's how I beat you. So I watched a lot of similar movies on that list, but then there were movies that you watched like the first one and you said Resident Evil. I've seen all the Resident Evil movies. You only saw like 1 and 2, and then you're done with that series.
You're damn right. It's an awful fucking series. I would never.
It is, but I powered through like a man. All right.
No. Also, you won based off the movies on that list. If we win in movies in general,
yes,
we've seen.
I agree, but that list was ridiculous. It was like general populace movies that people have probably seen. You know what I mean? And I was just like, what the hell is it? Like, I was looking at the list and I'm like, Tim didn't make this. He just stole this from somebody else and started naming off things.
He didn't make that list.
Well, anyway, the point of that was to tell you that this dude I know named Bo, who is a cool ass dude. I think, do you know Bo? I think we've talked about this before. You don't know Bo, right?
Butts?
Yeah, Bo Butts.
Yes.
So number one, it was like name 10 things you don't like that people don't know you don't like, or something like that. And like number one on the list, he said DBZ sucks. It was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, who doesn't like DBZ?
Apparently Bo, and now I don't like Bo.
Well, he likes Dragon Ball, to be fair, but he does not like DBZ.
No, fuck that guy. Done with him.
But what else? I'm trying to think. We did not come prepared. We haven't talked in like a month about movies, and we did not even.
Motherfucker. All right. You saw Shazam the other day?
Oh my God, so good.
Yeah.
Like, well, you told me, you're like, yeah. Say it again.
It was on my top 10 of last year's movies.
Yeah, and like I don't know, like I like Zachary Levi, but I'm not going to a movie to go see Zachary Levi. And then I like DC Comics, but their movies are not so good. So I was like, ah. And then you said it was pretty good, and I was like, maybe it's just like a guilty pleasure thing for him. And then I saw it. It's on Amazon Prime or something. I don't know. I didn't pay for it, and I watched it and I said, I like this movie. This is a dope movie. Was it HBO? Okay, yeah. So I watched it and I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is acceptable. I dig this. Now, the only thing that sucks, and I've told you this, and like it just pissed me off, is that it's tied into the Justice League universe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what DC's plans are, because Wonder Woman still exists. But Wonder Woman still exists, but
and so does Aquaman.
Aquaman also exists?
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened. Sorry, 1 second. I'm going to close this. Hopefully it does not hang up on you. There's 2 screens now with your face on it. I don't need that. Okay, there we go. So, Wonder Woman still exists. Aquaman still exists. Superman is gone, right? Henry Cavill said he doesn't want to do anymore. And then Batman is now being rebooted. And then The Flash apparently isn't going to happen because your boy choked out some girl at some convention or something.
He isn't my boy, but I saw that shit.
Yeah, dude, I was like, Ezra Miller, that's his name. Choked out some chick, and I was like, it was so like.
Been on a TV show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know
he haven't been keeping up with the TV show, but apparently he's been on the TV show.
I know he was on that one episode where they did like the crossover thing, and they were like, yo, I like your suit. Like I saw that like little clip of it, but that TV show died after like what? I mean, it died after season 2, but I gave it till season 3, and then I was just like, oh, they're just doing the same thing over and over again. Cool. Yeah. But Shazam, where does he fit in this universe? Are they going to make another one that's just a standalone Shazam, or are they going to tie him in with Wonder Woman and Batman, or is it just DC just fucked up and they're just giving up?
What I would do is I would keep Shazam on his own, throw another whatever villain at him next round. Don't use Black Adam because you need Black Adam.
Well, they're adding Black Adam.
Huh?
They're adding Black Adam, like his own movie.
Yeah, I know. They're going to do their own Black Adam movie, and then I think they should do Black Adam as the next Justice League villain, and that's how you tie Shazam into the Justice League. But don't do all these stupid reboots with everybody else. Just have brand new characters playing them. Have a brand new Superman, have a brand new Batman,
and just don't mention it.
Flash, and just keep going.
I mean, I'd be okay with it if they got close. You know what I mean? You can't just be like all of a sudden Brandon Routh is Superman and you're just okay with it. You know what I mean?
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, we'd be okay with it, but you know what I mean? The general populace would be like, that doesn't look like Superman. Like little kids would be like, what the hell's going on?
Well, they could do it.
In TV shows, you can do that crap. You can't do it in movies. I don't know. I just don't think it would work personally. I don't know, just Marvel nailed it so well, and then DC is just hit the wall several times, man. Because they're still going to do another Green Lantern movie, I'm assuming. So maybe they can bring up their multiverse sooner and say that Batman and Superman are gone, and then when Batman reappears, he's Rob Pattinson's Batman because the other Batman died off screen, maybe.
Yeah.
And then they can just introduce Green Lantern. And so if they do a Justice League 2, they can have Green Lantern be the leader or whatever. Who cares who the leader is? They're all a team.
That's just the problem with doing Justice League, I think, is the fact that you have Superman in the Justice League. It ruins it. The way he's perceived, he's just so OP that it's really just Superman and friends versus people. That's what it is.
Well, and that's why I didn't appreciate in the first, that and the entire movie. But the first Justice League movie, you have Superman. He comes back from the dead, and every other member of the Justice League tries to take him down, but it's the love of his life, Lois Lane, that actually stops him. Otherwise, he would have murdered everybody.
Yeah.
It was stupid. It was dumb.
I agree.
It looks like you're daydreaming over there, man. What are you daydreaming about?
Sorry, the window's open. I'm just watching people pass by. No, you told me that I should go through Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix, try and look up some good binge-worthy shows that we should talk about.
Yep. What you got?
And so Amazon Prime has Chuck. Chuck's on Amazon Prime, dude. How did I not know about this? I mean, I own it, but still. Right there, free for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, so is The Boys, which is a better show.
All right. You can go fuck yourself. Chuck is possibly the best show to ever be made. Arguably.
Who is arguing that? You?
Me, yeah.
Chuck is not bad. I never even finished Chuck, man. Remember, we got through. You're the one that showed me Chuck. I thought it was really good. Yvonne Strahovski is drop dead gorgeous. We got to see the 3D episode at Cassio's house with his 3D TV. That was cool. Yeah. I don't know. Yes. Okay. So Chuck is a good show. Good recommendation.
Really, I think. I mean, it's pretty substantial show. I mean, it's only 5 seasons, but each episode's 40 minutes long. So, if you're looking for something to binge, I think it's a good one to go with. It's not too terribly long.
Yeah, because I don't think we're going to be done with this by the 30th of this month. We got 19 days left. There's no way, absolutely no way that we're done with this. So, okay, so Chuck, I guess I should bring up some recommendations.
Yeah, another one on Amazon Prime, since we're already there. I mean, you already talked about The Boys, but Parks and Rec is on there. I don't know if you have Hulu. It's also on Hulu, but, I know they took it off of Netflix.
They took what off of Netflix?
Parks and Rec, right? That's
Nope.
what I thought I heard about. No?
Friends is off of Netflix. I was going to say, I watch Parks and Rec nightly. I know it's not off of Netflix. Yeah, see, look. Parks and Rec, The Office, right there.
The 2 shows you need.
I love how, actually, this is a pretty decent list besides The Good Place, but I look up Parks, and it brings up Parks and Recreation, The Office, The Good Place, Arrested Development, New Girl, and Community as the top six choices.
Damn.
And just under that is Schitt's Creek, That 70s Show, and Tiger King.
That's one I haven't watched in a while. That '70s show. I haven't watched. I've been watching a lot of sitcoms though, like classic TV.
Right, and it sucks because I can't. Like if I have alone time, which I never do. But Sarah hates laugh tracks, and I just can't watch like stuff like that '70s show. It kills me that I can't watch it because it is a phenomenal show. Like it's a good show.
Yeah.
People have their problems with the last season, but you know what? I thought it worked for the circumstances that the writers got with Douchey McDoucherson leaving, along with
his name's Topher Grace.
No, I'm talking about Ashton Kutcher. No, I'm joking. Yeah, Ashton Kutcher and then Topher Grace leaving. And I actually like Topher Grace. That's what pisses me off. Like, I wish he wouldn't have done the show dirty. Just do one more season, and then that would have been it, and everybody would have been happy. But no, instead we got Randy.
Hey, Topher Grace went on to have an amazing career, man. It was worth it.
He does have one of my favorite comedies of all time. He also ruined the Spider-Man franchise. So take the good with the bad. Yes. You got to have on-screen sex with Teresa Palmer. That's worth it right there.
There you go. No, I've been watching. So I really like Last Man Standing. I don't know how you feel about the show, but I really enjoy it.
I like Tim Allen. That's about it.
I enjoy Tim Allen, but I really like the first 6 seasons of that show. Everything after that, I'm not a big fan of because my pick changed.
Right.
But yeah, that's a great one that I've been watching a lot of. I watched Home Improvement here recently because again, yeah. That's also on Hulu right now. I watched.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
go. Watched Family Matters the other day.
I like Family Matters to a point, but I have a problem with Family Matters being on Hulu because if a show I'm watching ends on Hulu, for whatever reason, Family Matters is the show that pops up.
That was me with Saved by the Bell. Every time the show ended, it was like, you should watch Saved by the Bell. And I'm like, no, I should.
But it suggested it to you, right?
Yeah.
No. Mine would. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Mine would just autoplay it. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to watch Family Matters right now.
Constantly, dude. I just don't get it.
Whatever happens. Oh my God.
I know I've talked about it on the show before, but if you're looking for another show on Hulu to watch, Letterkenny is my number one recommendation to watch. Comedy-wise, it's genius. Absolutely.
You know what? You have Letterkenny. I will say I was reluctant to watch this other, not Letterkenny, sorry to disappoint. Kala told us to watch Dave, and I was like, no, I'm not watching Dave.
The one with Little Dicky?
Yeah. It's actually hilarious. It is actually quite funny because it's like a parody of his real life, kind of. And they just talk about him having like a weird dick, like he has 2 pee holes and stuff like that because he was born with a fucked up dick. Like it's really funny. And there's this black guy with dreads on there that's like crazy gangster, but he hangs out with all of them, and it's just hilarity ensues. I think there's only there's 7 episodes so far, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. So if you like Little Dicky, even in the slightest, like I like 2 of his songs, and I like Dave. I thought it was pretty good. It's not great, so if Kala's watching this, it wasn't that good of a recommendation, but not bad.
Well, I'm gonna stick with Letterkenny, telling you that's what you should be watching. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, actually, when you look up TV shows, Dave, The Office, British Office, Scrubs, Letterkenny. Those are the top 4 recommendations.
It's Little Kenny.
Oh, it's Little Kenny. What is that?
It's an animated show that they did. It's like,
what the hell? I didn't even. All I saw was the look. It looked like Letterkenny.
No. It's like 5 episodes and they're like 5-minute long episodes, but it gives you backstory on like the main people, kind of.
So it is. Kids. So it is based on Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't make me seem like an idiot. You're like, that's Little Kenny.
Well, yeah, that's animated.
Oh my God. I thought it was just a picture that they used as their thing, dude. Chill.
No. You need to watch Letterkenny, though.
Look, Last Man Standing has Tim Allen with horns. He doesn't have horns in the show.
You need to tell me right now that you're going to watch Letterkenny. I need you.
You're going to watch Letterkenny.
You're going to watch Letterkenny.
I might. I watched an episode. It was pretty funny, but you have to understand, me being able to watch a show means Sarah also has to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like the Goldbergs. We both like the Goldbergs. It's a good show.
Well, show her episode 2, because episode 2 is my favorite episode.
She doesn't like that type of comedy. I'll show her. Don't get me wrong. Tonight, I will show her. While we're building your puzzle, I will show her episode 2. And if we both enjoy it, we'll continue to watch the show. She'll probably binge it while I'm at work because I'm essential. And then I'll come home and she goes, that show's funny.
There. Fine. If you promise me that, I'll drop it.
All right. Sounds good.
Also, keeping up to date with other things. Did you watch the Easterween episode?
I did. I did. I love that they're keeping up that tradition. I don't think they're going to be able to do season after season after season of them like figuring out how to get Halloween to this part of the year. I mean, it worked. I thought it was funny.
Next St. Patrick's Day, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, it's fine. Sarah just texted me. She said, what show are we watching tonight? Let me text her back. Letterkenny, apparently. Yeah, so she's off in the other room. She said boo.
I don't care.
Tim says he doesn't care, babe. Oh, that's great. We'll watch one episode. If she doesn't like it, then we're going to watch something else. Sorry to break it to you. But if she likes it, hey, that's going to be great.
If she likes Tiger King, she's going to enjoy Letterkenny. I mean, there's a lot more class to it. It's just, it's like comparing Blues to Barney. You know what I mean?
Listen.
We don't watch Barney, but we all wanted to watch Blues Clues.
She is from Magnolia, Texas. She does not care about class. That's why she liked Tiger King. Okay. It's not about class. And I don't think Letterkenny has more class. It's Tiger King, the sitcom in Canada. Like,
I'm willing to argue the sitcom in Canada is better.
I mean, you'll argue anything. I can say that there shouldn't be bacon on cheeseburgers, and you'd argue that people do like bacon on cheeseburgers. Something else.
You're lagging out real bad, by the way.
Am I? You're not.
Yeah. I know I'm not. I'm perfectly fine.
No, it's fine. It'll record correctly.
Well, you're way behind. You look stupid.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. If it doesn't, hey, you know what? We'll upload it to YouTube. This is just a nice little trial run of something, just to keep the people entertained. Maybe they want to watch some shows, and we're over here trying to recommend stuff, and you're telling me I look stupid. So, mister, I mean, you're not wrong. Hey, look, we got the same thing, twins.
What are you talking about? I don't have
She says, talk about the wild whites of West Virginia. Yeah, it's the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia, and I've already spoken about it. I'm like yelling at her.
Oh, yeah, there were 2 comedy specials that came out.
One of these days, right to the moon. Yeah, one much better than the other.
I don't know, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed Tom Segura's, but Bert's was pretty good. I really enjoyed his, honestly. Bert Kreischer's, his comedy just works for me. See,
that's my thing. I think I could be friends with Bert. I think he's like a funny dude, but there's just something about his stand-up. I don't know. Like, I feel like he's almost like nervous and
his own jokes.
No, it's like, I don't know. It's like I can feel he's nervous in front of the crowd. Where Tom Segura is a sociopath, so he can walk in front of anything and not give a shit what he's saying, and it's beautiful. So I definitely, and I like Tom more than Bert, obviously.
Yeah. You watch the podcast.
I watch their podcast also. I watch Your Mom's House, and I watch Two Bears, One Cave. So
I started watching that, by the way.
It's good, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I just love that. I know there's going to be a fan, not me, because I don't have that much time on my hands, but I know there's going to be a fan that does a supercut of Bert squealing laughter just for like an hour long. Because like each episode's roughly about an hour, right?
Uh-huh.
And of that hour, there's a good 10 minutes of Bert just, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, don't get me wrong, it makes me laugh because I feel like I'm living the story with them. Like they'll be talking about one of their past experiences. I'm like, that is funny. That is hilarious.
I mean, I enjoy it. I think they're hilarious guys. I like both their specials, and I mean, I'd probably have to say Tom Segura is probably the better one.
Correct.
His
That
ending
is right.
was brilliant.
Oh yeah,
so beautiful.
that's what I'm saying. I told somebody to watch it, and they hadn't really seen Tom Segura, and I said this one is great because it's kind of like right here, and then it just goes up into that final joke. It's like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
So I thought it was beautiful. It's definitely not his best special, but it's perfect. It's exactly what I needed.
Stories is still my favorite special.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Back when he was still fat and funny,
Right. Well, I liked Disgraceful. Disgraceful wasn't a bad special. I enjoyed it. I think another detrimental thing to both of them is they are both coming out with a lot of specials pretty quickly, and like they already make so much content that I'm worried that the next special they do is going to be really lacking in content because they are just producing so much with their podcasts, with like being on everything. Like I feel like they're in store for a drop off.
But to be fair, their podcast, like Bert, I was listening to, I think it was episode 16, 14 or 16. Bert was about to tell a story and he stopped himself because he wanted to put it in his next special. He's like, I'm going to save it for the special. And I'm like, oh, look at him. So I think they're conscious of the content that they put in each thing because Your Mom's House, they basically just shit on people. You know what I mean? They watch a video and then they adopt it and then they sell merch on it and they make a little funny commentary on that specific thing. Not often are they talking about their stories that they normally do because both of them are storytellers. Both Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer are storytellers. They talk about a personal experience and you know what I mean? Like that's what they do on stage. But in their podcast, maybe Two Bears, One Cave is more personal story stuff. But in their podcast in general, they're talking about different stuff. Stop playing with your hair, man.
Sorry, I was getting the shit ton of it out of
your mane.
Yeah.
Fucking lion. You know what I found out last night? So, not often do I tune into Fat Man, Kevin Smith's podcast. Like, he's just a really loud guy. I do love Kevin Smith, but I can't consistently watch his podcast. And I listened to the one yesterday and found out that Disney is remaking. They're doing another live action remake. You know what they're doing?
What?
Robin Hood, the Fox one. So they're doing a computer animated version of the Fox one for Disney Plus. I said, why? Like,
that sounds awful.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, after The Lion King, I have no faith in Disney. Because, like, well, actually, after Star Wars, I have no faith in Disney anymore. Because, like, Disney was just pumping out, like, just nailing it. While all the Marvel movies have just been adding up to this beautiful thing, right? I mean, One of my favorite movies of all time now is Guardians of the Galaxy. Out of left field, they brought that out, and it was beautiful. John Carter of Mars, though an over-budgeted movie and it didn't make its money back, is not a bad movie. Like, Disney usually makes good or great movies. Star Wars is hit and miss. 8 is still a good movie in my opinion. And then you have these live-action remakes, which actually Sarah had me watch Aladdin, and it wasn't bad. There were some bad parts to it, but it was not bad. I actually really enjoyed Will Smith as Genie.
Okay.
That's it.
That's all you got?
It's a conversation, man, not okay.
Well, you're leading to a point, and then you just stopped right there.
Oh, I'm saying I don't trust them anymore with any of the stuff because, like, The Lion King was shit. Me and Sarah and I walked out of the theater for The Lion King.
Right.
Like, that shouldn't happen. Lion King, the animated version, well, I guess they're both animated. The cartoon version of The Lion King is one of the best Disney classics of all time. And then they remake it. All you have to do is hit the right beats and you're golden. I mean, they still made a fucking $1 billion on it, whatever. But all you have to do is hit the right beats and people like it and want to see more stuff like that. But they didn't, because like they're hit and miss. Because like The Jungle Book, I think we can both agree, was pretty good. Right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Lion King, shit. Aladdin, it was okay. You know, it wasn't bad. Like
I haven't seen either of them.
It's on Disney Plus, man.
I know it is.
Not gonna watch it.
No.
Okay.
Not on my list. Yeah, I've been watching Cobra Kai season 2 right now. I know. I've been waiting to fucking talk about it.
Why don't you just watch The Karate Kid? All right, that's where the story ends. Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3, and then that's it.
Nah, dude, because Cobra Kai season 1 was really good. Season 2 so far has been pretty good. I kind of see where they're building up to, but I'm blown away by how attentive they are to like doing good choreography in it. How they're really not focusing on Ralph Macchio and Billy Zabka. They're trying to build new characters. Like they're trying to breathe life back into it, and I really enjoy what they're doing. I mean, if you watch the show, if you have YouTube Premium, or if you just watch the first episode of the season, like you can get how much they really put into it. Like it's so good, and they're very passionate about it, which just makes me want to watch it even more.
Right, they're not just continuing the old stuff. Well, from what you've told me, it seems like they've done the right transition. Like in the next couple seasons, they could get rid of those two characters altogether and carry on the show. But other things don't do it. Like other things, like Indiana Jones, they did it horribly. They were like, "Oh, Shia LaBeouf is going to be the new Indiana Jones," and then they just like thrust him in there and didn't have any character development, and it was terrible. Right. With this, it seems like they're like, "Hey, here's the first season. It's really about their rivalry, and then on the second season, it's kind of about all of them, right?"
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely. I mean, in the beginning too, they were trying to build up the kids too, but the core of the show is Billy Zabka. It's all about Johnny and how he is pretty much coming to terms with life. Like the rest of us, where life didn't really turn out the way you thought it would, so you're kind of just doing whatever you can to get by. And Johnny finally finds a calling for himself and decides it's something that he wants to do. And so you really see his development. But the real more interesting side that is becoming is like how these kids are turning out to be different people and how they are resembling parts of their past. Like how
Johnny... The camera's falling. Sorry.
Sorry. How like Johnny is like putting so much pressure on his top student that he's actually turning his top student into him. Like it's just the way they write the story is just really great, and I really I can't overstate that. Like I really love the story they're trying to tell.
I mean, that's it's good that they're treating it that way. I don't know. I guess for me, I wouldn't watch it because I was never even a fan of the original Karate Kids.
I was a huge fan.
Right, and most people were. By the time I got around to seeing it, I was like, I don't really care about it. And then I saw the remake, and I was like, this is dog shit. And I was like, I don't care to even revisit the old ones.
Yeah.
You know, some things just don't live up. Like, they don't hold up over time. I feel like Karate Kid's one of those.
Yeah.
Personally. I mean, I might be completely off base with that. I might have to watch the first Karate Kid just so I can get the base of it. And then, I don't know, maybe eventually try your stupid YouTube show.
Well, so, like, I don't think Karate Kid's out of touch, but there's a movie that both you and I have watched that I think did a great job at kind of remaking the Karate Kid, but not really, and that was Never Back Down.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Like, I really liked how they took...
You forced me to watch it, I remember.
Yeah. But I like how they took some of the elements. I mean, they updated it from karate to MMA, which, I think was a great choice.
Right.
It just, you can connect with it so much more. It's a little hard to watch now since Amber Heard is the main person, the main chick, and you got to just think about her beating the shit out of Johnny Depp all the time. But you can put that in the back of your head, you're good.
No, I agree. There's okay, so recommendation. Is that on anything? Never Back Down?
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is or not.
Let me see. That'd be a good recommendation. Let me see. Never Back Down. It is not. They have Kickboxer Retaliation and Kickboxer Vengeance with Jean-Claude Van Douche.
Jean-Claude Van Douche.
I will say there's another recommendation I have. If you guys are a Disney Plus subscriber, Onward is now on Disney Plus, and it is great. I believe it is a return to form for Pixar. I think their last couple movies for me just didn't really hit, like The Good Dinosaur and Inside Out. Like I was like, Inside Out's okay. Good Dinosaur didn't interest me, so I didn't watch it. I heard it was okay. Like people were like, it's not really Pixar. Onward, beautiful. Like this brotherly love adventure movie is just fantastic. Actually, I think you'd really like it, Tim, to be honest with you.
You think I would like something?
Yeah, it's Chris Pratt and Tom Holland being brothers. Chris Pratt is like the older brother that is kind of a loser. Like he's kind of an idiot. Because you know the premise of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So he's the kind of the loser, and then Tom Holland is this shy younger brother that never got to meet his dad, and they find out on his 16th or 17th birthday, something like that, that there's a spell that they can bring back their dad for 24 hours. So he wants to finally meet his dad, and adventure ensues. It's really good, man. I think you should definitely check it out.
I might. If you watch Letterkenny, I'll watch that.
We're going to have to Skype so you can see that I'm watching Letterkenny and I can see that you're watching Onward.
Yeah.
What else is on here? I saw something the other night. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. I watched it and I was like, I'm going to make this recommendation because like that's really what I wanted this first episode to be, this quarantine episode, is because I know a lot of people are bored at home and they need something to watch. They need some entertainment. So we'll give them a little bit of entertainment and then they can go and watch some of our recommendations. I guess for those people that are into it, Frozen 2 is a thing.
We should do a watch party on the next day you're off.
A watch party? Like we live stream a movie? I'm pretty sure that's illegal, man.
No, we all watch it together. We just, all start at the same time, blah, blah, blah. We'll just be talking and giving our bullshit commentary.
But wouldn't we have to stream the movie? How are they?
Why do you make things so complicated? They obviously aren't going to stream the movie. They're just going to see us doing it.
So they're watching us watch a movie.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible. You might have to go into more detail later with me on that one, bud.
If Donna can live tweet the whole movie, I can live stream me watching one, okay?
Yeah, I guess. That's fair. Let me see. God, the 70 shows on everything. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't have any Netflix recommendations because I don't use Netflix, so.
I don't have too many. Maybe, like, if you're just really bored and you haven't seen it, because like all I can think of is like some older movies, like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. If you like comic book style movies, that's a really fun movie to watch. But like right now, I'm seeing the top 10 in the U.S. today. Number 1, still Tiger King. Number 2, Ozark. Which didn't you say you like Ozark?
Yeah, but I've only watched the first season of it.
Oh, really?
I didn't pick it up much past that. I think it's season 3's out right now.
There's another thing where I can see what I watched. What the hell? I can see my list, but I can't see what I recently watched because I'm horrible with memory. You know how I am.
Yeah, I'm horrible.
God, there was something that I watched, and I was going to be like, hey, I got to tell Tim about that, and I got to tell everybody else about that. I guess not, man. I'm just an idiot. Because like on Hulu, it'll say recently watched or watch again or whatever. Keep watching. That's what it is.
Keep watching.
Dude, we didn't even get through. We didn't even get through the entire episode of Letterkenny. We're halfway through.
Wow.
I don't know. Either Sarah told me to turn it off or I was like, fuck this.
I'm telling you, it takes an episode to get into it, but episode 2, it's good, man.
Oh, that's what it is. Here it is. Boom. Right there. Big Time Adolescence.
Okay.
Big Time Adolescence is phenomenal. Now, the ending kind of upset me a little bit, but it's got oh my God, what is his name? Pete?
Mark Duplass.
No. From fucking SNL. I can't remember. Pete Davidson. Couldn't think of his name. Pete Davidson, and let's see, his little brother was Griffin Gluck. Not familiar with the name. I've seen him before. But yeah, it's just same thing with Onward, except for way more stonery vibes. You have an older brother that's kind of a fucking idiot, and then you have a younger, innocent brother. But this time, instead of going on a fun adventure, the older brother is just corrupting the younger brother until there's a breaking point, and he's not allowed to hang out with him anymore. I think actually he's his uncle. I watched it a couple weeks ago, but I thought it was hilarious. Pete Davidson needs to be in more things. That is a damn, he needs more stuff.
Okay.
Have a conversation with me, man. Stop just saying, okay, this is the worst.
No, it sounds like a good show, Probably not something I'd watch, but,
You don't like Pete Davidson?
He's okay. I like some of his sketches, but,
Oh, okay.
Okay. But there hasn't been a whole lot that I've seen of him that I'm like, I need to really check out more from that guy.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, man. Well, if you don't have any more recommendations, I guess we can end it here, and we need to do something. I guess we can do the watch party also, but I think we need to watch 2 to 3 movies, and then we can talk about those, go back and forth, have a little bit of conversation, not just me saying something and you going, oh, okay.
Okay.
Sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right, man. I love you. Take it easy. Everyone out there, hopefully you enjoyed the content today, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
Don't die.